that sound?
Hello, brother.
Good morning, Jim. It's good morning over there, isn't it? Just.
Yeah, I have to apologise profusely. I'm coming to you from my truck.
Brilliant.
I was in Northern California. I had to go and pick a horse up yesterday.
Right.
And on the way back down this morning, it's a 5-hour drive. I hit a few delays on the road, so I'm coming to you from PCH along the coast in Santa Barbara.
Wow, unbelievable. So, how you doing then, fella? You just keep your eye on the road and you can chat to me.
I'm an ex-jockey. We can do the crossword and drive, mate.
Oh, right. Yeah, and if anyone didn't know, this Jimmy Duggan, he was an ex-jockey. He rode in 3,000 races. He's won over 300 of them. And he was a spoiler to see you then at Liverpool. When see you then won 3 Champions Hurdles, went to Liverpool, and this man spoiled the party. Didn't you, son?
Yes, I did. That was a memorable day for sure. Maybe the best ever, although the Christmas Hurdle was also a very memorable day. I also won on Enoch. But the See You Then race, the See You Then had just won his 3rd Champion Hurdle and was 1-9, which is essentially unbeatable.
Yeah.
And we fancied Enoch. My dad had a grand on him at 18 down to 16. So
wow.
Yeah, so, you know, it was a very tactical race. And, hey, I must, I'm very intrigued. You asked me, you mentioned you would be asking a question about the 4 Fs. Did you ever hear the story about my incident with the F candidate?
No, well, I'll just tell people what I asked you. What was it like if you was offered a ride and the horse had a form with 4 Fs next to it? How do you go about it?
Well, I have one of the most memorable F stories of all time. So I used to ride out for Kim Bailey, and I wasn't getting the breaks that I felt I should be getting, so I thought I needed to pull off a miracle. He had a horse called Perrywell that had 6 Fs. Like, unbelievable. It was a nightmare. It was like Nightmare on Elm Street. Anyway, I said I'd ride him, so I schooled him in Lambourne one day, and he jumped like a buck.
Yeah.
So I thought, this is, I have the key to this horse. So anyway, I decided I'd ride him in a race at Newton Abbot in a novice chase, and everyone said I was insane. But anyway, as we led up to the day of the race, I schooled him again at home after that, and he jumped brilliantly again. On the morning of the race, I woke up, looked at the paper, and decided I was, in fact, insane. So I had planned to go down to the races with some friends on the train anyway. And after seeing that, I had the gut drop when I woke up, and I thought, I can't do this. This is just madness. So I went on down on the train and drank about 6 pints of lager and about 6 whiskey chasers just to ensure that I wouldn't ride the horse. So when I went into the weigh room, I was falling over, and I'll never forget the faces of the boys, Luke Harvey, Stu, all the boys like, no, what has he done? And then they were all saying, I'm not riding him, I'm not riding him. And I say, oh, bloody ride him. So I went from petrified to being drunk and brave as Lionheart. So yeah. I put the colours on and I hopped on the scales. I was 9 pounds overweight from all the beer and the whiskey. And so when I went out with my saddle, Bailey took one look at me and said, oh my God, are you drunk? And I said, Mr. Bailey, I'm paralytic. So anyway, I'll never forget going out to the paddock, and I looked back and all the boys were looking out the window of the weigh room at me, going, oh no, he's going to do it. So I went into the parade ring and the owner said to me, Jimmy, what's your thoughts? Do we have a chance? And I seriously, he's got 6 acts. I said, he's a bloody certainty, sir. Certainty. Bailey had his hat over his eyes. Anyway, down at the start, it's customary for jockeys to ask each other what they're doing in the race. You know, I'll be down the inside mid-game, or so they're all asking each other, and I shout out, I'm going to make it down the inner. And they all shout, no, you're lefty, no, get out the back. Anyway,
did you win?
The tapes went up, and I pinged the first fence. Like, it was like Badsworth boy, I'll tell you, over it.
Wow.
Went to the second, met it on a perfect stride. And the next thing I remember was I was like being shot out of a human cannon. It was like a human cannonball. I did about 25 somersaults. I had no idea what happened. He just didn't put down his landing gear. So he must have had some sort of neurological. But anyway, I walked back out of the ambulance, and Bailey's coming towards me like the arm is hanging off my collars, like I'm all covered in dirt and grass coming out of my ear. And he goes, what happened? I said, I have no idea, sir, but I think next time we'll have a lot better chance. And he said, Mr. Duggan, there'll never be a next time.
What a story. Brilliant. Lovely story. Love it. Just before we kicked off tonight, Richard Dunwoody was talking to me. He sends his best regards to you, sir, Mr. Dunwoody.
He's my brother from another mother. I love the guy. We were so close. It was amazing. You know, after all these years, you know, a lot of the boys in the weigh room, when I saw them again, when I went back for the Legends race, they are actually family to you.
Yeah.
You know, your experiences that you have over a decade riding together it's just so memorable, and you're just so close because it's so dangerous, you know?
Right, brilliant. Well, you'll be glad to know, I'm not going to ask you to pick any horses out this time.
Yeah, that's good to know. I need to do a little bit more homework for the next tipping. Hey, I have to come on again, my friend, because I have a couple of other stories.
Oh.
I have one about Alfie on the train, my little West Highland on the tube train in London.
Right.
Have you ever heard that one?
No, I no doubt we will do.
Yeah, there's lots more stories.
Brilliant.
So sadly, all of them are alcohol related, but they're funny nonetheless.
Jimmy.
Hey, let me show you just quickly where I am. Can you see that?
Oh wow, that looks lovely,
Pacific,
mate.
Pacific Ocean.
Absolutely fantastic. Well, Jimmy, it's been an absolute pleasure, buddy.
Thank you so much. A pleasure too. I'm so excited every time I do this because any link to home and link to the racing fans, I just adore it. I miss home terribly. So all the best to everybody. Stay safe. And hopefully we'll be on again soon.
Okay, Jimmy. Thanks ever so much, buddy.
Cheers.
You're a star, buddy. Bye-bye.
All the best.
Bye-bye.
Cheers. Bye.
There we go, Jimmy Duggan live from LA. What a